Want to play Henry as a pure brawler? It's possible, but there are many things required in order for it to work. Even against fully armored enemies we can be effective and finish them quickly, but it's not easy. This is by far the hardest playstyle from what I've experienced so far, but it's possible and it can be great in some situations. There are a couple rules though. One of the rules is to never do stupid things like I'm doing in the video and go against 4 or 5 armored enemies at once. Brawler needs to play it safe, you choke happy bastards, so better to stick to max 3 enemies at once, but I'm warning you it could be too much for many to take at once, even with all the buffs and the knowledge acquired. Unarmored or lightly armored enemies are not an issue, they can be simply beaten to a bloody pulp.
I'll get you for that.
You don't fight with guards, fool! You surrender to them! I'll beat you to a blood.
Armored enemies are a big issue. Thankfully, heavily armored enemies that barely take any damage from unarmed strikes are mostly in the second region, so there's plenty of chances to level up attributes and unarmed skill before that. However, even with max level, Henry can barely put a dent unarmed against such enemies, so I've devised a strategy that works great but needs practice to effectively use. What we need is the shoulder throw combo. This combo disarms the enemy. After disarming the enemy, clinch can be initiated, unlike before. Unarmed versus armed unfortunately can't initiate the clinch, which is why we needed the shoulder throw combo.
Show yourself! I can't shoot through you! Go fuck yourself! Bad luck! Watch out! I'll get a shot in! I'm all yours!
Here I am, you scum! I've been waiting for you!
I'm not sure where I've unlocked it, but it might be the final unarmed challenge, the Grandmaster Gravedigger in Kuttenberg. To unlock him, a couple people need to be beaten first at this inn. Question is how to play unarmed in the first region where this Grandmaster is locked and shoulder throw is inaccessible. Well, unfortunately, if you run into a fully armored enemy, it's going to be much harder taking them down. But thankfully lots of enemies in the first region are not heavily armored. So have a mace or something in reserve to smack the tin cans, otherwise it might take forever to take the bastards down before the shoulder throw. So that's the main method, shoulder throw, initiate clinch from the left side and choke him out. It's the fastest method, but requires a lot of practice. Shoulder throw combo can be difficult to do because the player needs to adjust the arrow in the rosette to point down after the first bottom strike. Main thing is to watch for the rosette color changes in order to continue the combo. It's subtle, but it's there. Regarding equipment, I would advise using something medium. We need protection but also need tons of stamina, so having the heaviest armor could hinder stamina too much. For the end game, this is what I've picked. Now we get to perks. Here's the list of most important perks to make Unarmed as best as possible as soon as possible. Another important thing are the potions. Make sure they are strong versions. For buffing I use Painkiller to reduce stamina loss with health loss. Embrocation is good if your agility is not at 30. Buck's blood is essential to help with stamina. Strong Artemisia reduces stamina use for defending and attacking by 25%, so even if you have strength at 30, always use this potion. Aqua Vitalis is generally helpful for every fight. I've covered lots of stuff that is applicable for this playstyle in the combat guide, so definitely watch that to understand better when to initiate clinch and how to mix things up. Here's some more tips on top of that. When initiating clinch, which should be done after perfect block or dodge, make sure that the arrow is pointing left. Only from the left side can we choke out enemies. Be aware that it's not going to work every time. Sometimes enemies might need to get punched a bit before they can be choked out. I also like to use battle cry before going for a choke.
I'll whip your ass so much you'll be looking forward to the cave.
Get that fucker up!
Like it! You don't fight with guards, you fool.
Also, enemies will try to counter the chokehold. Be prepared to use block if that happens.
For glory!
Practice shoulder throw combo, and as soon as it is perfect, you are ready to demolish even groups of enemies, but it's going to take a lot of patience and practice to be able to play unarmed effectively. It's possible, but not for everyone. Check out the description for Patreon, subscribe to our merch, and thanks for watching.
I'll rip your arse open! Ha! Oh! Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Take that! Ah! I've been waiting for you.